Hey guys, what's up? It's Jalen back again with another video. Well, actually, this is my first video, but whatever. Today we're gonna be talking about Pussy Valley, season 1, episode 1 and 2. Gonna be doing a reaction video. I found out about Pussy Valley through some podcast that I was listening to. The guys were discussing it about what the show is about and how it's like a show about strippers and shit. And I thought it sounded interesting. I looked it up on. I'm gonna probably bleep that out. I looked it up on. Fuck, I keep saying it. Okay. I looked it up on an anonymous site and I streamed it and I watched episode 1 and episode 2. So I'm just gonna talk about what happened and shit, what I think. I want to ask you guys questions as well and pretty much just react to the show. So let's talk about what the show is about. Pussy Valley is pretty much about, it takes place in this fictional city called Chuckalicious or something like that. It's in Mississippi. Mainly about a strip club. There's strippers in the club. DJ never scared. Bartenders. There's an owner. There's a guy that counts the money like an accountant. There's a bodyguard. Bodyguard name is Diamond. The stripper's name, there's only 2 strippers' names so I even remember, Mercedes and Autumn Night. There's other strippers there, but I don't remember their names. So the owner, he's like the pimp of all the strippers. His name is Uncle Clifford. He like dresses like a woman and shit. I guess he's like a drag queen or some shit. Oh yeah, so the strip club is in debt. I don't even know what the club is called because I wasn't really paying attention, but the strip club is in debt by a lot of money. Uncle Clifford is 50K in debt. And the club is not doing that well. The girls can only shake so much ass. They can only give so many lap dances. It can only take so many guys to the champagne room. And they're not on, I don't know if you guys seen the movie Hustlers, they're not on any of that drug the guys, take their credit card type shit, so they're making money kind of slow. So it's gonna be hard for them to make 50K. He needs to make 50K by the end of the month. And there's some guys who are trying to build a casino and shit, but that's later. I'm jumping ahead here. I'm pretty much talking about what the show is about. I don't want to talk about what happened yet. So what else is the show about? Strip club. Strip club is in there. There's a church involved. There's a church. One of the strippers, her name is Mercedes. Her mom works at a church. That church is involved. The niggas that work at the church are kind of shady or whatever. So there's a church aspect. There's a strip club aspect. Some of the strippers go from stripping at night to church the next day. Crazy, right? Not really, because we all know that happens. Oh yeah, so in the first episode, this is also about the show. I'm not really talking about what happened yet, really. But in the first episode, there's like a flood or some shit. I don't know if it has to do with the city itself, if there was a flood in the city. But this one girl, she was impacted by the flood. She got separated from her family, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, so it's a flood. There's a church. There's a strip club. It's a lot of niggas in it. Not anyone notable. I don't think there's any actors or actresses I've seen before. The music is alright. So what are we gonna get into next? Let me see. Alright, now we're gonna talk about what happened in the show. So, what happened in the show? Anyways, this is not just what happened in the show. This is what I remember. Because I wasn't really paying attention at all times. Sometimes I was doing miscellaneous activities. I may have been on my phone. I may have been drinking, as I am right now. I have this drink. What is in this drink? I don't know. But yeah, this is what happened in the first 2 episodes. So, what I remember. There's a casino that's moving to Chuckalicious that wants to pretty much buy the club. I think they want to buy the strip club, or maybe the casino is just moving to the city and the strip club is competition for them. But anyways, there's a casino moving to Chuckalicious. They may want to buy the club. They're putting pressure on Uncle Clifford to raise that 50K that he owes. So that's one thing that happened in the show. There's a guy trying to buy the club. Girls were stripping in the club. Let me tell you about some of the strippers. As I said, Autumn Night and Mercedes. Mercedes, she's like the bottom bitch. She's Uncle Clifford's bottom bitch. You know, she's the OG of the strip club. But one thing is, she's actually planning on leaving the strip club soon. As we find out in episode 1, she hands out flyers to something called Mercedes Last Dance. Because Mercedes is no longer planning on stripping anymore. she's hanging it up. At the tender age of 25, she said it's time for me to hang up my stripping boots, clear out my locker, and move on to bigger and better things. One thing Uncle Clifford taught her, she said this in episode 2, she said, you want to use this strip club as a stepping stone, not a tombstone. And that's just some stripping game for y'all. I don't know if you ever heard of that before. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, there's a lot of titties in this show. There's a lot of titties, there's a lot of ass. I really don't know what the fuck is going on in the show. I also need to add that. But as I said, that's because I wasn't paying attention as much as I should have been. Episode 3, I'm sure I'll pay much better attention, and I'll do another reaction video for that. Yeah, so a lot of titties. What else happened in the show? So yeah, we're talking about Mercedes. So Mercedes, she's the bottom bitch of the strip club. There's a white girl, she's also a stripper. I don't know her name. It might be Gidget. I think Gidget. Is it Gidget?
I don't know. Gidget?
I think it's Gidget. I think the white girl's name is Gidget, but I don't remember. So there's Gidget, there's Mercedes, there's Autumn Night. Autumn Night is the girl who, she came to the city and she was like all beat up. She's going by fraud, alias and shit. Like her name is Lakeisha Savage, apparently, but then she tells people her name is Haley and Autumn Night, and like she's very sketchy. She's light skinned. And Mercedes has beef with her off the rip because she's the new girl in town and she kind of thinks she's hot shit. She comes to town and she wins they have this challenge at the strip club. I think it's called a booty challenge or some shit.
It's like the amateur challenge.
The amateur booty challenge or some shit, where pretty much if you think you have what it takes to be a stripper, you compete with other girls and whoever strips the best wins $50. So Autumn Night comes, she signs up. At first she tries to get into the club, but the bouncer Diamond doesn't let her in. So she ends up entering the booty challenge. I don't know why she was trying to get in the strip club, but she enters the booty challenge. She ends up winning. The moves were pretty whack, to be honest, but whatever. She ends up winning. I guess the other girls were more whack than her. She ends up winning the strip challenge and she wins $50 after the show. And this is after Mercedes has mentioned that she plans on leaving the club, right? So Autumn Night says to Uncle Clifford, hey, what does a girl have to do to get a job around here? And then Uncle Clifford's like, oh, it just so happens that we have an opening coming up because Mercedes is leaving, right? So Mercedes gives her a dirty look, like, what the fuck? Type shit. So Autumn Night ends up working at the club, whatever. This girl's broke as fuck, by the way, let me tell you. She moved to the city, right? Once you see this girl's crib, it's literally, there's a mattress on the ground. There's no furniture in the place. I have yet to see her refrigerator or her use the bathroom. There's no lights on. I don't know what's going on. And all she does is sit on the ground, play with her pussy, and drink alcohol. The first time they show us her crib, she's drinking alcohol, getting drunk and shit, and she spills liquor on her phone, and her phone stopped working. She's like, oh, my phone. That's all she had was her phone. Bitch don't have a Netflix subscription, TV. As I said, she don't have no electricity. So she busts up her phone. I'm there watching this shit like, bitch, put your phone in rice. She don't know how to act. Her phone all fucked up. So yeah, her crib is dusty as hell. One scene, Mercedes actually ends up, I'm all over the place, but Mercedes ends up taking Autumn Night home back to her crib because Autumn Night gets kind of traumatized at this car wash. And then Mercedes takes Autumn Night home and Autumn Night's like, yo, don't look at my crib type shit. And then Mercedes like, yo, you're never gonna give me a drink or nothing? Like, and the girl's like, nah, I don't do that shit. And she slams the door in Mercedes' face and Mercedes gets kind of suspicious. Because she kind of could tell that the girl's crib was dirty and dark, so I'm sure she's wondering, what's up with this girl? Like, she comes out of nowhere. She says her name is Autumn Night. That's obviously not her real name. Her crib is disgusting, so it leaves a lot of questions, you know? Okay, what else happened in the show? Oh, the ceiling twerk. The ceiling twerk. This was one of my favorite parts of the show. So, as I told you, Mercedes, she's the bottom bitch. She's the best stripper in the club. A lot of guys from the city will come to the strip club just to see Mercedes. So this bitch, tell me how she's on the pole. She's going like this on the pole. She climbing up higher and higher on the pool. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch about to do? She climbing higher and higher on the pool. Next thing I know, they do like some type of cutscene. They cut back to her. Everyone in the club is throwing money at her, by the way, because she's just been going crazy. She's been doing spins and shit. She's at near the ceiling. Shorty puts her feet on the ceiling and starts twerking as if she was standing on the ground. Do you picture that? She's holding the pole upside down. Her feet are on the ceiling like this. Her feet are on the ceiling and she's twerking. I would have thrown all my money. I don't care if I had $20 or $200. Mercedes, you earned it. You put your feet on the ceiling and you're twerking. A lot of girls can't even twerk, period. This girl's twerking on the ceiling. So that was crazy in the show. I think if you're having doubts about whether or not you should watch this show, that alone it's worth it. Just to see her twerk. I've never been to a strip club. That's one of the reasons why I was intrigued by this show. It gives me insight into like what a strip club is, like what the vibe is, what goes on in there. So seeing her, like, I can't imagine that goes on at every strip club, that people are just twerking on the ceiling. Like, that's crazy. So if you're gonna watch the show for any reason, let it be that. What else happened? Oh yeah, so I mentioned the white stripper, Gidget, Mercedes, Autumn Night. There's also another stripper, a black girl, and she's getting beat up by her boyfriend. And she has a baby. So her baby daddy's beating her up and shit. He's trying to tell her how to spend her money. He's pretty much an insecure little nigga trying to like boss this girl around. And the other girls feel bad for her. They help support her and shit. They watch the baby while she shakes her ass. So it's like, they're like a little family. It's like a little strip family. And so that's for the strippers. There's also another stripper. She farts on the clients and stuff, and she's more of the dirty and stuff. I don't remember her name. They don't really talk about her much. She plays a minor role. What else happened in the show? Oh yeah, there's a rapper named Lil Murder. And this guy's gay as hell, but he's on the low with it. He's low key with it. So I think they say he's on the down low. So he pulls up to the club. He has all this money and shit. He's like, oh, I'm Lil Murder, I'm Lil Murder. He's a rapper trying to make it in Mississippi or whatever. So he's throwing money at bitches and shit. He takes Mercedes into the champagne room. And I guess they were gonna fuck, but then something happened where it just didn't end up going off. I don't remember, as I said. I wasn't paying attention really. So, and then later in the show, Lil Murder ends up pulling up on Uncle Charlie. And as I said, Uncle Charlie is a man, drag queen type of thing. So he pulls up on Uncle Charlie in this private room and he starts trying to flirt with Uncle Charlie and shit. So it turns out that this nigga is gay, but he's on the low. His boys don't know he's gay. He's trying to act tough and shit, but he's low-key gay. So yeah, we're gonna see how that develops in the show. He tried to fuck Uncle Charlie, but Uncle Charlie curved him. And also in the show later on, Lil Murder pulls up in Uncle Charlie's whip after Uncle Charlie gets off work. Uncle Charlie's like, how the fuck did you get in my whip? Nigga broke into his whip, talking about listening to my music and all this shit. So we're gonna see how Lil Murder and Uncle Charlie's relationship develops. I don't think there were any sex scenes in the show. Not that I remember. Do you remember any sex scenes?
Other than those snippets of Uncle Charlie?
Yeah, so there were no sex scenes in the show, but you could tell that some are coming. Girls just walk around with their titties and ass out all show. So you know that some sex scenes are gonna come. That girl, Autumn Night. There's this random nigga in the show, like, I think he's related to the people with the casino trying to buy the club. He might be a lawyer or some shit. He's been taking pictures of the property, taking pictures of the strippers. And I think he went on a date with Autumn Night. Autumn Night told him her name was Haley. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Autumn Night ends up calling this guy, Andre his name is. She ends up calling this guy. And she starts flirting with this nigga on the phone. The nigga was originally on the phone with his girlfriend. He hangs up with his girlfriend and shit. Like, puts his girlfriend on, hangs up with his girlfriend, gets on the phone with a stripper. Stripper starts moaning in his ear, talking all sultry and seducing him. Next thing the man knows, she's playing with herself. She starts playing with herself on the phone. He's like, oh shit. He gets all excited. He starts playing with himself. Next thing you know, they're both jerking off. She touching herself on the phone. And This guy nut all over himself on his bed. Grown ass man nut all over his stomach on his bed to a stripper on the phone. I'm like, where they do that at? Niggas out here jerking off to strippers on the phone. I don't know, that shit was weird. So there's a bunch of other shit that happened in the show, like the mom. I don't know if I discussed this. Mercedes' mom, she's a whole scam artist. She works at a church. She scammed Mercedes out of 20K. She told Mercedes allow her 20K. So Mercedes allowed her the 20K. And now Mercedes like, oh, I need that 20K back by the end of the week. And now the mom's moving shaky, talking about, oh, I don't know if I have that 20K for you. So then Mercedes like, nah, you better have that 20K for me. So we're gonna see what happens. I don't think she has the 20K, to be honest with you, because she's pretty shaky. So yeah, the mom. Speaking of the mom and Mercedes, that gets into my favorite and my least favorite character. My least favorite character is the mom, because she's shady as fuck. And she's using Mercedes. Mercedes is a good girl. She's just stripping, trying to build a studio, a dance studio for the kids in the community so that they can become dancers and shit, have a future, have a way out of the ghetto, get out better opportunities for them and the people that come after them. So she's like kind of like a, what would I call her? She's like a philanthropist. She's a stripping philanthropist, if you would say. So she's just trying to use her stripping money to invest in her dance studio, where she's gonna offer classes at a subscription for a subscription price. So her mom's trying to take away all her money that she should be using for her strip dance studio or whatever the fuck. So fuck the mom. And that's my least favorite character. Mercedes is my favorite character. So she's a bad bitch. Not in terms of looks and everything, it's just in terms of, as I said, she's trying to do good in the community. She's using her stripping money to fund her side hustle. That's entrepreneurial type mindset shit, and I like that shit. So Mercedes is my favorite character. She also stripped on the ceiling. I've never seen that before. That shit was dope. So yeah, that's my favorite character. My least favorite character. What's next? I want to talk about Diamond, the bodyguard. Diamond. This nigga is fucking everywhere. In episode 1, he's saving bitches left and right. He's pulling niggas off bitches. Niggas be touching bitches crazy. He's coming in. Nigga has ears and eyes everywhere in the club, so I think that's gonna play a role later in the season. I think Diamond's gonna end up saving one of these little bitches. I think a nigga's gonna get too handsy, and then it's gonna be life or death, and Diamond gonna come in and beat the nigga ass or some shit. I don't know. Diamond might end up saving the girl who's getting beat up by her baby daddy. He might end up killing the baby daddy. He already offered to do it. So we're gonna see what happens with Diamond. But yeah, that was pretty much my reaction to episode 1 and 2. I think it's a good show. I randomly decided to start watching it. I plan to continue watching it. It's good. It's interesting. As I said, it gives me insight into a strip club and what it's like. I've never been. I heard the food's great. I heard Onyx and Magic City have great food. So I'm interested to go to the strip club in the future and see what that shit's actually like. But this is a good intro. Pussy Valley, episode 1 and 2. Good so far. Out of 30, I would rate episode 1 and 2 probably. I would give it 19. I would give 19 out of 30 for episode 1 and 2. Let me know down below, guys. What do you guys think of the show? What's your opinion of the show? Have you seen it? Are you interested to see it? Have you heard about it? What do you guys think of the show? Pussy Valley. If you guys have seen the show, what do you think will happen next? I'm interested to know, what do you guys think will happen? What's gonna happen with Autumn? What's going on with her? She's sending people money transfers. It seems like she might have a kid. She may have some domestic violence history. She's an alcoholic. She has random flashbacks, traumas, and triggers. What do you think's gonna happen with Autumn Night? I'm interested to know what you guys think. With Mercedes, do you think her last dance will actually be her last dance? Do you think her mom has the 20K for her? What do you think's gonna happen with Mercedes? What do you think though? Do you think the white girl's gonna play any role in the show? The white girl, Gidget? Do you think she's just a side character, or will she have some type of story arc? What do you think's gonna happen with Diamond? His crazy ass, this nigga's everywhere. Do you think Uncle Charlie's gonna let Lil Murder fuck? Who's your favorite character? These are all things I want to know. Who's your favorite character? Oh yeah, do they usually fuck in the champagne room in strip clubs? I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that what the champagne room's for? To fuck in there? They say it's to have private time with a stripper. Is that? But do they mean fuck? Let me know in the comments down below if they fuck in there. How can I improve these reaction videos for y'all? Like, what could I do different? I never done a reaction video before. This is my first video ever. I still have to edit it and shit. I don't even know how to edit. Let me know some dope editing software I can use in the comments. Yeah, so how can I improve these videos? What can I do better? Or like, what else should I talk about? What else do you guys want me to discuss? What things did I forget? Stuff like that. Oh yeah, last question. What do you guys think of my jeans? I got some jeans the other day. Some ripped jeans. I never had ripped jeans before. What do you guys think of my jeans? Oh shit, you can't see. Oh. Oh.
Careful.
Alright. Yeah, what do you guys think of my jeans? These are ripped jeans, yo. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. On my jeans. But yeah, that's everything. So this has pretty much been a reaction to episode 1 and 2 of season 1, Pussy Valley. Episode 3, I'm gonna watch that, do a reaction video next. Next one's gonna be even better than this one. Next one after that's gonna be even better. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you can catch the next one, get notified when that comes in. Click the bell so you get notified for every video that I upload. I'm also gonna be doing other videos. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no plan for my YouTube channel. It's just gonna be random shit. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. I don't really give a fuck. So yeah, subscribe to the video, comment down below, answer some of those questions if you want, or just say whatever. Say what up, say hi, say hello. Yeah, more videos coming soon. Subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Peace. Oh, hey guys, I forgot to tell you about this fucking this guy. So he was chilling with the Andre guy, the lawyer guy, taking the creepy photos. But that's besides the point. Look at this man's hairline. Look at this man's hairline and tell me he's not up to no good. Only niggas with evil intentions have hairlines like this. Tell me what you guys think about this hairline in the comments. Alright, peace.